Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's special interview. We are excited to have with us incredibly talented Ms. Cox. She's a dynamic artist, songwriter, and actress hailing from Decatur, Georgia, known for her
Decatur.
unique blend of Southern charm and diverse musical influences. Ms. Cox has been making waves in the entertainment industry. Her latest single, Headboard, featuring Lil Durk, is gaining significant traction and solidifying her status as a rising star. With a rich cultural background and a passion for music that started at a young age, Ms. Cox is here to share her journey, insights, and inspirations with us. Let's dive in and get to know more about this phenomenal artist. Hello, Ms. Cox. Thank you so much for being on the podcast tonight.
Hi. Thank you for
Hi.
having me.
You're very welcome. It's so nice to meet you. I love
It's
your
nice to meet
song
you
Go
as well.
Ahead.
I'm
And
excited.
yeah, I'm excited too. I loved your song Go Ahead and Damn
Period.
Right.
You was dancing. You was like, hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
Miss Cox, what inspired you to pursue a creative career? Could you share your early experiences in music and your journey so far?
I think I always just was like a lover of music as a whole and in the entertainment industry. My family, my dad and my mom in particular, they always were like lovers of music. So I think that they definitely strongly impacted me and just loving music. And then I was always around other people that, did music, acted and stuff like that. So just to be around the entertainment industry as a whole was something that came like second nature to me because I was just around it.
Yeah, what kind of music did you grow up with that got you to go, oh, I want to do this?
So they had my parents listened to like R&B, jazz, soul, neo soul, hip hop, pop, all of that. But my first love initially was definitely the hip hop when I was listening to people like Moni Love, Queen Latifah, Lil Kim, um, yeah, MC Light, those people like that, the pioneers in the game for sure.
Yeah, it must have been fun to be able to listen to these songs alongside your parents. When I was growing up, my parents were listening to like Elvis Presley
Okay.
and songs from the 40s and 50s in my time.
Yeah.
Um, so, Ms. Cox, like what challenges have you encountered in your music career and how have you managed to overcome them?
I think the biggest challenge as a female in such a male dominated industry is just making sure that people respect you and understand like who you are and never feeling like you have to sell yourself short to, for the next come up. It's so easily to be influenced when it comes to women like, oh, I have to do this with this person, or I have to do this in order to get to where I am. And I'm here to say that you don't have to do any of that. You're gonna have respect based off of sheer talent no matter what. um, so yeah, that would be the toughest because people are quick to be like, oh, she only did that because she was with this person, or she did this with this person, or anything like that. So
Yeah, did your parents encourage you to go on the music safari or were they kind of hesitant?
my parents were definitely hesitant. Like my mother was like, you sure you want to do music? Like I know the music industry is like blood, sweat, and tears. Are you sure? My dad was like, it's a nasty game. So they definitely, I would say initially were not that enthused. But when I showed them that I was able to like write music and perform and stuff like that, I feel like with that they kind of was like, I guess this is my child, so I'm gonna support my child by any means at all costs. So I think that's kind of like what they did.
Yeah. Must be interesting to be um, one of the children of Will Smith because Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff, they actually were in music as well. So,
Yeah.
so that's kind of interesting. Um, so, was there any? What about the inherent pressures in the music industry? How did you cope?
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's only pressure when you're conformed to the world around you. And I think I try or I focus heavily on making sure that I stay in my lane, maintain my lane, and keep going with what I have going on and try to avoid the outside noise because it's very, very, very easy to get consumed with the world around you.
Does can you focus on your music when there's all these things going around you, like especially the LA fires and everything else that's going on? Are you able to concentrate on your music easier?
At times, yes, and then at other times, no. I will say that just because, like, when it's the world that you're living in, like it's kind of crazy. The LA had their fires going on, and then Atlanta's having snow, so it's just like it's crazy from one side, one extreme to the next. So it's definitely very hard to do that. But I mean, music is like a form of escapism to me. So I utilize it in that regard to just make sure that I'm taking a quick break or mental break from the world with doing music.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that lost their houses in LA, especially um, those actors and they make a lot of money. But one picture that kind of hit me, this is going to be kind of silly, but I saw a photo of burned out living room and uh, burn marks of an Oscar, like an Oscar win. An Oscar was lying in the rubble. It was like, oh,
Wow.
that's terrible. Um, how would you characterize your musical style, Ms. Cox?
I think my musical style is definitely mood music. And I say that because I literally have a song that can go with any mood, whether you happy, sad, angry, mad, in love, not heartbroken. Like it's any mood that you're in. I have definite music for that for sure.
So how would you blend different genres such as hip hop, rap, pop, and R&B in your music? How do you differentiate?
It kind of just depends because some days I may feel like I'm in like an R&B mood. Some days I want to be, my pop type of time, and other days I want to be in a hip hop flow. So, it really just depends on the day, honestly.
Yeah, do you feel good about the music that you put out?
Yeah, I do. I do. The music that's out right now is just like a small piece of the music that I have in the vault that is coming soon. Like I always attempt to set the bar of what I already have to keep it going, but like I'm experiencing new things. I'm coming into my sound. I'm learning different aspects of my voice, singing, just experiencing life as a whole in regards to the music. So it's definitely fun for that. I can't wait for the world to hear everything else that I have going on.
Oh, definitely. Got to get those songs out. You got to get those albums out. Um, so, what does it mean to connect with your audience through your music? Like, how do you do that? Social media, live?
I think that the main thing I like to connect with my audience and my fans based off of meeting them in person, which is why tour has been one of the biggest things, but it also has been like the most fun just because I get to go city to city and meet people that actually support me and love me and respect me as an artist. That's definitely fun. But when I can't reach them directly, I do go to social media for it.
Yeah, like what your shirt says, beautiful, positive vibes only. Make sure that you
Yes,
follow
we gotta
that.
have, yes, this is what we doing. Just beautiful, positive
Yes,
vibes.
love it. Excellent.
Thank you.
Um, c- could you tell us about your collaboration with Little Dirk on the track Headboard? What was the songwriting process on that one?
So honestly, that song fell into my lap. Like the song was already done. Well, the hook of the song was already done. So Dirk had already had his parts on it. I happened to go to the studio and I heard the record, fell in love with the record, and I was like, oh, okay, I want to go ahead and just jump on this. How do we get this set up? How do we talk to Dirk people? So basically had people from my camp reach out to Dirk's camp to see about me doing the record. It was approved. I went in, I knocked out the verses. That song actually, I had to go back and like re-record some things, so it took me a little longer than normal, just because I feel like it was such a big feature that I wanted it to be like a good bar to set for sure. So
Who would you like to collaborate? Like, who would be the biggest out there collaborator?
Missy Elliott, I say that in all of my interviews. She is like my biggest inspiration, my motivation in the entertainment industry as a whole. So Missy Elliott for sure. Eve, Moni Love, Lil
Wow.
Kim, as far as the women that paved the way. Far as current, I would say like the baby Friday, Lotto, Doja Cat, those type of people that have like such a vast artistry. Like it's so wide span.
I know one you forgot. I know that like I'm a singer too, and one I like to collaborate with. You ready for this? Mary J. Blige, my favorite.
Oh yeah, I can't forget Mary. But I was just
Yeah.
talking about somebody. I would like to collab with her, but I also want to be able to share the TV screen with her. Like I want to do a scene with her.
Hmm. Yeah. Among the numerous awards you have received, Miss Cox, which one holds the most significance for you and why?
Mm, mm, that's a good question. Um, hmm. I would say being number one. I went number one in the on a radio station as far as like their radio play. That's my most current or my most recent accomplishment. And I think just because I'm big on doing things that I've never done before, even with experiences. So I've never been number one at a radio station before. So that was definitely new to me. So I would say that that's definitely one of my biggest accomplishments, or like being able to go on my first tour solo and doing that. I think we did like 30 cities. So that's definitely an accomplishment for me as well.
Yeah, well, how do you deal with your mental health? Like, how do you balance your music career with other interests and commitments?
I lose my mind. No, I'm kidding. It's I say I take it one day at a time. I do make sure that the people around me, which is my small circle, they understand. So they give me my time. They're like, hey, go ahead, take your time. I'll say, hey, I'm taking a mental day. So they'll know. Like I will turn both of my phones off. I'll be at home. Everybody has my location. They know where I'm at. I'll be at home. I'll just cut all my phones off, just disconnect from social media and just relax, watch movies or do stuff like that to where I'm just detoxing from everything. So I think that's what I do. I wish I can do it like once a week. I don't get that availability to do it once a week, but I pay attention to where I feel like I'm being overstimulated, and when I do get like that where I'm like overwhelmed, there's too much going on, I will be like, y'all, tomorrow I'm taking a mental day. I'm over it. Like I just need that time.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Um, so do you like what is when you're performing live? Do you have openers and closers? For instance, what's your favorite song to perform live and why?
My favorite song to perform live is "Go Ahead" right now, just because it's so fun. Like I get to just be me, just be like it's a fun record, so it automatically just makes me feel good, makes everybody else around feel good. They're in their vibe, in their mode. Everybody just has a good time. So I think "Go Ahead" would definitely be my most fun record to perform at this point, except like as far as music that's out. All of the other music is not out yet, so that we'll just have to see on that.
Do any of your fans actually, when you're doing live, do they request one particular song? Would it be "Go Ahead" or would it be something else?
For the most part, they do "Go Ahead" because they want to get on stage, they want to twerk, they want to have a blast, they want to have a whole party. So for the most part, they're a lot of times requesting "Go Ahead," or sometimes every now and then, depending on the vibe that we're in, they'll try to like they'll be like, "Oh, do headboard instead of Go Ahead." So I have to do headboard and get into that type of vibes.
Oh, definitely. Can you share a memorable moment from one of your live performances?
So when I was in Nashville, I believe we went to Nashville last year. I did an event and I was performing. I had my best friends that were there who are like my hype girls, my dancers. They were there with me, and we had it was a new crowd, and it was definitely interesting. So I was performing, and my best friend, she went in the crowd and grabbed somebody out of the crowd, and the girl that she grabbed out the crowd like got on stage, was hitting the split, like she went crazy. So that I would say that would be like a memorable moment, because we thought she was gonna get up there twerk like regular, and no, She was twerking, she was hitting splits, like she was going crazy doing some of everything. So
Wow. So what do you think of artificial intelligence? Do you think it has something to do with your music, or do you think you want to avoid it at all costs?
right now I'm really not sure about the that, so I really can't speak much on it. I know that it's there, but I don't really know how it will impact music negatively, except for like them being able to change voices and stuff like that. So I'm still doing my research on that.
Do you think that the music industry has evolved since you began your career? Do you think it's practically stagnant?
I feel like it circles back. Like it starts and then it goes back, and then it starts and goes back. And the only reason why I say that is because like even now the music and the samples that people are doing and using is from older records. So I feel like it cycles, but then they kind of just put their own spin to it and twist to it to modernize it. But it definitely cycles.
So when you write a song, what role does storytelling play in it? Like, how does it tell a story? Like, for instance, "Go Ahead" or "Damn Right," "How to Move." What kind of stories do you want to tell?
So those are like fun records. So that is not. It's more so just like a vibey type of situation. Damn right was like one of those big braggadocious type of records, like telling like how how I'm that girl. Definitely women empowerment type of vibes. Go ahead. It's another fun record too. So it's a vibey. It's definitely a vibey type of song feel.
Vibey, I love that. What role do you have a sort of faith in God?
Oh, for sure. I definitely.
What role does faith play in your songwriting?
Faith plays in my songwriting and my artistry and everything as a whole. Just because, I'm a firm believer in me not being anything without God. Like, there's a reason for everything, and everything happens for a reason. So, with that being said, where I am now, what I accomplished, feel like God gave me this gift of doing music and stuff like that. So, my job to Him is to operate within my gift.
Wow. How do you feel about recognition you have received from various music awards? Like, does it go to your head, or you want to be humble about it? Do you always say, "I want to thank God for this role"?
I definitely always say I want to thank God, and then outside of that, I see it, I accept it, I'm appreciative, and I show my gratitude to it. But I'm like, you still have so much more that you need to accomplish, so much more things that you have to do. So I always I'm like, keep going, let's go, let's go. This is good, but this is a stepping stone. Like you have so much more things that you need to do.
Yeah, that's interesting. What kind of messages do you want to hope to convey through your music? Like when your fans are listening to like "Go Ahead," what kind of message do you want them to know from it?
I want them to know, like I said, of course, to be confident, to know like the sky is the limit. You can have fun, have a good time, and as far as Go Ahead is concerned. But as far as my music in general, like I want to be able to help people that are going through something mentally, or not having a bad day. I want you to be able to put on this song and it's gonna make you feel good, or put on this song and it's gonna be able to change your mind or change your mood and stuff like that in regards to what you have going on, for sure.
Wow. So how do you envision the evolution of your own music in the future?
The evolution of Miss Cox is, I mean, the sky is the limit, of course. And then at the same time, I always tell people to expect the unexpected, because you just never really know. You never know what music is coming next. You never know what vibe is coming next. You just
Hmm.
literally just have to stay tuned as a whole.
Do you think it's possible that you could actually step into the opera field?
Opera, I don't know about it. But I will try anything when it comes to my music and expanding myself. I'll try it. So I'm not opposed to it, but I have not. That's one genre that I have not tried to dibble and dabble in.
Have you figured out your vocal range?
I know I'm an alto.
Okay.
I know I'm an
Okay.
alto. If I'm singing in my head voice, I can hit some soprano notes. But I know for for the basis of it, I'm definitely an alto.
Wow. So, what are some of the favorite activities you like to do outside of music? It can't be totally. It can't be music at all.
Okay, outside of music, I enjoy like spending time with my family. I'm super duper big on family, genuine love. So my small circle of my family, I do enjoy spending time with them. So when I'm not doing anything music related, we like to take trips. We all travel a lot. Everybody has passports, so we're gone out somewhere traveling and just vibing, being around them. My nieces and nephews, I have 12 of them, so being an auntie to them and just like I said, just being around that true genuine love. I enjoy bowling and just doing new adventurous things. I love trying new things and cooking. Cooking, can't forget cooking.
Yeah, I actually found out that you're also into acting as well.
Yes, I
So,
am.
can you tell me about the movie Hot Girls and For the Gram and Junebug? Let's start with Junebug. What's that one about, and how did you get that part?
So Junebug is more so like a TV series, like a sitcom based thing. It's definitely fun. It's more comedy based. And I enjoyed that role just playing Ari because I got to be. It was funny. It was fun. It was ghetto. It was ratchet. Like it was. It was cool though. I definitely had fun with that. My role in Hot Girls was definitely more serious.
Keisha.
Yeah, just because I like the storyline was serious. I had to my sister was became pregnant with like her fourth child, I believe. Yeah, her fourth child, and she needed help. She was going through it with her husband. She found him cheating. She left him, and she was like,
Mm.
"I just need you to take care of take care of the kids, hold them down." So it was definitely more of like a serious auntie role that I had to do, which isn't hard for me because, like I said, I'm an aunt as it is. But it was definitely more drama based versus more comedy based.
And did you? So when you got the script for Hot Girls, you played Keisha that we mentioned. Um, were you opposed to it, or were you just, yeah, give it to me, give it to me, come on, I can be a hot girl, give it to me.
I was open to it. I mean, I'm always open to new roles and doing different things. So, and acting, like I said, was is music is my first love, but acting definitely came a close second. Acting and modeling are like neck and neck. So, with that being said, it was just like I was like, let's do it. This is my first role. Let's do it. I'm with it.
And how about For the Gram, as you played Erica? Tell us about Erica.
Erica was a girl's girl. I played like making sure that my best friend knew that her husband was cheating on her, and I had to I had to tell some tea on that one. But I feel like it was just most relatable to the time period of what we're in right now with the internet and the world being so social media driven.
Yeah. So with your acting and your music, how do you incorporate your cultural heritage into them? How does that work to you?
I mean, both of them, I just get to, like I said, I get to convey aspects and parts of me, or I get to embody like the next, even in acting, I get to embody someone else and do something different. So both of those is fun with me. But like I said, I'm always open to expansion and doing different things.
Do you think you'd want to do a big role, like in a feature movie, a drama?
Yes, I want to be. I want to have a lead role in a movie. Like I want to do my big one. So yes, for sure.
So what would you rather do, music or acting, if you had to choose?
Music is my first. Music is my first, but acting is right there with it.
Do you think you'd want to do like a musical of some sort?
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
What won't
I
you
would not
do?
be opposed to it.
What won't you do?
Oh, what would I do? I would want to do a thriller type of movie. Like that that's the main that thrillers are my favorite type. So I would want to do like a thriller where it's like a suspense story, good drama. You got to figure out what's going on, figure out the mystery, where I literally may have, cry in it or something like that. Like I want it to be something real serious, but like I said, a good thriller. I love a good thriller.
Well, that sounds. Do you think you're recognized in public at the moment? Do people know who you are?
Yes,
Oh,
not
really?
not often and overwhelmingly, but I do go to places now and people are walking up to me like, hey, give me a hug, or hey, I heard your song on the radio, or stuff like that. So, yes, I am.
So who sets up the music videos for you? Do you have a producer, directors? You have a choreographer?
I do. I have some of all of that. I have producers, choreographers. My manager sets up the dates or the times, and a lot of it, as of lately, he's concepting my next video because he has a vision for it, and I kind of just let him do what he wants to do. Give him, I say, you got the floor, do whatever, in regards to concepting. So he'll concept it, and then he'll come to me, bring it to me, and I'll be like, yay or nay to it. So
Yeah. Do you think there's going to come a time when you just want to give it all up and just do something totally different?
when I retire from music, I still would like to be around the music and entertainment industry. Like, I think I want to start my own label or something like that. I wouldn't say give it up, but definitely, do a different variation of the industry.
So how do you where do you find Miss Cox 10 years from now, if I can go that far?
10 years from now, I own my own label. I have at least three multi platinum artists or diamond artists. I'm already accomplished billboards, already accomplished BT awards at this point. Uh, I am living comfortably. Me, not just me, but me, my family, and those close to me are living comfortably and free. My food truck is, thriving. My restaurant, in 10 years, my restaurant probably will be thriving. I'll probably have seasonings on shelves in restaurants. Um, yeah, I
Oh,
mean, the sky is the limit for Miss Cox, honestly, but those will be my focal points.
restaurant. This is new. Is this
Yes.
something you're just starting now, or have you had it before?
I've never had a restaurant. My dream
Hmm.
has always been to do the food truck, but I feel like the food truck is a good starting point to ultimately have a restaurant.
I mean, if you're going to be doing music 10 years from now, you're going to be singing a song called Food Truck or
No, 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 no. That point, I'll let my artists that I have signed under me take over and do what they need to do.
Oh, that's awesome. So, what advice would you give to aspiring Ms. Cox out there, like singer-songwriters, and advice would you give them? Because I
Mm,
was talking to another artist, and he says, "Don't."
I'm never gonna say that. I
Mm.
wouldn't say that. I would definitely just say, one, stay consistent. Two, make sure that you are keeping you first. Not necessarily being selfish, but make sure that you don't get lost in the sauce, basically. And don't feel like you have to sell yourself short to be able to be accepted by the next person. What's meant for you is gonna be meant for you, regardless. If it's meant for you, it's gonna happen.
Do you ever work with other songwriters or producer directors that have it in their head and to the point where this guy's arrogant, don't want to work with him, or like how do you get yourself to work with people that you don't want to work with?
Thankfully, I have not had to work with someone that was like that. I feel like if I were in that situation, I'm not sure that I would actually work with them, just because I'm big on energy. So, with that being said, if your energy is off from the initial meeting or anything like that, then I probably won't, continue the journey with you.
Yeah, you mentioned your sister and nephews, and are they into music, or are you the only one in your family that is actually doing this?
So I'm the only one in my family at this point that is like, doing as much as I'm doing. But I have had my nephew, two of my nephews actually, and two of my nieces have been like, "Oh, I want to do music too. Like, I want to be a rapper. I want to be a singer like you." So that's always kind of cool, just having them and knowing that I got people looking up to me for sure. My niece is like, "I want to go to the studio. Did you write me my song yet?" I'm like, I'm working on it. So it's cool to see that.
Oh wow! This is a shout out to Zeus, and I really appreciate him
Shout out to the big
pushing
dog.
push to the big dog pushing through this interview, and even though it took you so long to log on, and now we
Yeah.
finally got you
But we
here.
got it though. It's
Yeah, big
that
shout out to
whole means
Zeus.
shout
How
out
did you
to
meet?
Zeus.
How did you meet him?
I actually met Zeus when I first started. Zeus was responsible for getting me on my very first tour that I did as a child, as a teenager, when he was working with a group at that time called Them Freshmen. We were opening acts on the Scream tour with Miles Behavior, Diggy Simmons, and OMG Girls. I met Zeus there. We did the tour together for the Southern region. He's also the CEO of the Alabama Music Awards. So I popped in and did his award show a few times, and then as of lately, the end of last year, not the end, but when I did his award show last year, my mom was like, yeah, we need to tap back in. So we tapped back in, and from there, like, Zeus has been going crazy ever since with, being my direct manager. Like, I talk to him probably
Mhm.
about 5, 6, 7 times a day, but it's always, hey, you need to do this, I need you to do this, I need you to do this. Like, he handles business. So, I love Zeus.
Yeah, he's very nice. He's a very, very nice guy. And I believe I called him. He's got this really nice, gentle voice. And we spoke on the phone. And he's Zeus Zayus. Is he the same guy or Zayus somebody else? Zeus Zayus and Entertainment LLC. That's the name of his company.
Yes, Zeus, Zeus, Zeus.
So Zeus Zayus is him? It's
Yes.
not two people? Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, good shout out to Zeus Zayus and Entertainment.
Yes.
And
Shout out to Zeus.
yes, and thank you so much, Miss Cox. I really appreciate you being on the
Thank you for
podcast.
having me again.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing incredible journey insights with us. It's been a pleasure to learn more about your music and the passion you bring to your craft. And we look so forward to hearing more of your amazing songs and seeing you continue to shine into the entertainment industry. We're going to do this. How do you do it?
Yes.
Yeah. And to our listeners, thank you everyone for tuning in. And be sure to check out Miss Cox's latest single, Headboard, and stay tuned
And
for more
go
exciting.
ahead.
Yep, for more exciting interviews. Until next time, take care. Thank you so much. We'll just wait right there. Hi, we're gonna end the stream. Hold on one second. Thank you, Miss Cox.
Thank you.
Hey, Chucklehead, get the tune?
It's Coxx Time.
Baby, grab that headboard, grabbing on your feet. I know that your head on, suck it with no teeth. You know it's a murder when I go underneath. Can't go off no rumors, steady line on me. Baby, grab that headboard, grabbing on your feet. I know that your head on, suck it with no teeth. You know it's a murder when I go underneath. Can't go off no rumors, steady line on me.
Don't be stingy with that meat, come drop that D on me. Love me good and keep me wet, baby, a certified freak. He choking and stroking, got me losing focus. And baby, I'm weak in the knees. Ooh, less to the floor, best to the ceiling. Ooh, he love when I scream. He love to top me, he keep it sloppy. Say it tastes just like ice cream. You live in the real, you're not going crazy. No, baby, I'm not in your dreams. One hand on your head, cause I'm tryna blast ya like I am the priest. And I am the one, and boy, there's no other nigga gon' bet when I leave.
Baby, grab that headboard, grabbing on your feet. I know that your head on, suck it with no teeth. You know it's a murder when I go underneath. Can't go off no rumors, steady line on me. Baby, grab that headboard, grabbing on your feet. I know that your head on, suck it with no teeth. You know it's a murder when I go underneath. Can't go off no rumors, steady line on me.
Feeling on my body, I'm tryna get naughty. Put my legs behind me, come just not inside me. Feelings getting hot, 400 degrees, woke Wasabi. Super soaker squirtle, make them yell like Ricky Bobby. Spit that. Lay it down, need about a pound. Baby, just take me to Pound Town. You can speed it up, we can slow it down. We can beat it up, we gon' wrap around. Speed out for the D. It's coming and I need it right now. Don't run it, just come lay that pipe down. Come lay that pipe down.
Baby, grab that headboard, grabbing on your feet. I know that your head on, suck it with no teeth.